Hi, good night. It's Cafetiere Labrish with Mona in the Fatigable Heights. If you like what you see and you like what you hear, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live or when I upload a video. So we are come to our Real Housewives of Dubai Season 2, Episode 12. Okay. It starts with Lisa. She's having a photo shoot for the new launch for Mina Rowe, and um, the ladies are all having a moment, really cute. Ayan is doing a TikTok with Taj. Sarah is having a little cute mommy and me with Maktoum. And then we see Stanbury and her parents have come to visit, and they're having a sit down with Sergio, and it's a cute family moment. It's really interesting because we get to see Stanbury, and she's talking about her history, which is interesting to me because I love history. Her son has had his bar mitzvah, and their roots are Jewish from her paternal side. Her father's Jewish, and they had a name change, as a lot of Jews have done, from their family name being Steinberg to Stanbury. And if we do the history of a lot of people in the world that changed their names in order to assimilate because of the persecution that the Jews experience. Seems like a lot of Jewish people actually allegedly have changed their names in history, and I would like to go deep up into London because I want to know how they ended up in high society in London, and I have questions right now. Stanbury, I'm gonna need a conversation. Stanbury and her mom are having a conversation, and they're talking about her hypnotherapist, and she's been doing therapy, and apparently she's been going back, and the therapist has taken her to her memories of boarding school, and she's diving deeper into that part of her upbringing and realizing that school has made her a little bit hard because the therapist has told her that she's not soft, which I feel like she's hard. She can be a little bit cold, and I can attribute that to being alone in this place with no family and only the people around you, and having to learn who your people are in a space where people are not your people. Stanbury says that she didn't want to be in boarding school, and that she did not like it there, and it was a strange place, and her mom thinks that it helps her to build independence and discipline and helps with relationships. And Stanbury says no, I don't think it helps to build relationships because I don't know how to share in relationships because of what my experiences were. So I can understand that as someone who went to boarding school myself. And Stanbury says she decided not to go deeply into it with her mom because I don't think her parents will understand her anyway and what her feelings really are. As far as relating for me, it wasn't that easy, and it's weird because I was looking at through one of my daughter's notebooks, and she's like, oh, I have something here for you. I'm like, what is this? And she's writing, and I found something that my daughter was writing. I don't know if it's Tajay or Tajira. You're done already? You are? Sit down for a little bit longer and see if there's anything else.
Okay.
All right. 5 more minutes. What? Yes. So I don't know if it was Tajay. Tajira says it's not her, but the handwriting looks like hers. I don't know if it's Tajay, my daughter who passed. Like, I'm confused a little bit, but whoever made the notes, I don't know if I was talking about, I don't know if they were watching one of my videos. I don't know if I was talking. I don't know what was really going on, but it's in one of her old notebooks, and it was talking about my boarding school experiences, and whichever one of my children it was wrote down like their own review of my life and says that it was traumatizing, strict, rigid, and they believe I developed anxieties and like separation anxiety because the only way that we communicated with people outside were with letters, and it was interesting. I'll share it with you one day. I don't even know what to think. When I found it, I was like, I don't even know where this comes from. I'm lost. I sat there for like a good hour going over the notes. It's like 2 pages of notes about me and my past, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's, I don't know. So we'll talk about that one day, but not today. So Stamber and her mom are talking about Sergio and about her decision of trying to decide if she's going to have the baby for Sergio or not. The mom is telling her that it's going to entail a lot of hard work and that she has to make her decision. And Stenberg has a lot to think about, saying that until she finishes the house, she can't really think about that, and we move on. So, meanwhile, Lisa has invited everyone to Mina Row, the events that she has planned for the Mina Row launch to the skincare line, right? Um, it's a new line for the skincare products that Lisa is doing with Mina Raw, and the event space is beautiful. It's well decorated. It's screaming Mina Raw everywhere, and it's a good look. Lisa's wearing a white dress, semi formal look. It's really cute. It's a nice white wrap dress, and I like it a lot. And comes in, Anne comes in first, and I see that she's in sneakers, and I've never seen Anne in sneakers before. I guess she's trying a new thing. I'm excited to see her dressed down. I don't know what she was really wearing, but I could tell she feels out of her element. But it's cute. Like she looked like a little girl. She looks cute. Her age doesn't show on her at all. She's beautiful. Like whatever she puts on, she does have on this braid wig. She does have on this braid wig, blonde braid wig with um a one long braid down the side. To me, it's cute because I just think she looks young. She looks like a little 20-year old to me, in her little Jordans or whatever, her Nike sneakers, whatever it was, and it's cute. So like, yeah, but it's not our regal, opulent, you know, over the top AN. So Taline comes in, and Lisa and Taline go off to do like a setup. So in Taline's confessional, she says she's so happy or excited that Lisa has asked her to be a part of this event. So we see a flashback, and Taline and Lisa are discussing Lisa's launch. So when Lisa introduces the idea of adding postpartum depression to her line, Taline asks if she'd like to do a collaboration. Lisa said yes, that it would line up, and Taline says that she thinks it fits perfectly with her brand, and they both agree that this would be a good look for both of them, right? Taline was the one who made the offer, so saying that Lisa invited her, Lisa didn't invite her; she invited herself. So let's just clear that right there. When Lisa introduced the idea to Taline, Taline saw it as a perfect opportunity to introduce whatever she had been working on a broader scale, using Lisa's platform to do so. Okay. Brooke, Sarah, and Saba also come in, and they're getting ready for the day's activities, along with Stanberry. Sarah says that she comes to the spa that Lisa is doing the show at all the time. And so everyone is very familiar with the location and the event space. Sarah makes a comment that the space looks like Amina Rose Spa, and that she hasn't seen anything so heavily branded. But I think like Lisa has the best idea, because if you're going to be launching your brand, I would take the time to make sure that my brand is very visible. And Lisa did not come to play. I came to do the thing, and so therefore it should be done to the best of my ability. Like, I'm not understanding what the women are not understanding about that, but we'll talk about that later. Mind you, Lisa has had an event before, and we didn't see anything of Lisa's event on the show. So this is her second opportunity to really bring Mina Rose to the eyes of the audience that is watching the Real Housewives of Dubai. So why wouldn't she go all the way out to make sure that the event is something to be talked about today, tomorrow, and the lifetime of Real Housewives of Dubai? And also at the same time increase her branding. It would be remiss of her not to do so. So this whole little situation, I'm not too sure what's the problem really, right? So Brooks is confused because she doesn't understand what yoga has to do with maternity wear, and according to her, she's the one with the spot, and it looks like Lisa is setting up the spot like she owns a spot, and she feels like Lisa is doing the most. Lisa is talking about postpartum depression. She's adding it to her brand because when you're dealing with maternity wear, and she's wants to make it a holistic wellness experience for women who are going through the maternity experience. And so part of that is, number one, when you have the baby, it, and you're experiencing postpartum depression, you can always go into yoga. And now the clothing line will change. It's not just maternity wear, it is like there's a yoga line in addition to that. And really, truly, even when you're pregnant, you can do yoga, because that's one of the things that you can do to continue to make sure that you're getting in your exercise, that you're moving and you're stretching. Just like Papa does tell me, I'm getting plump. So I need to stretch, and I need to move, and I need to do some things. Okay, thank you, Papa, for bringing that to the forefront for me. And maybe I could do some yoga, right? Hey, it's Mona, Indefatigable Heights, and you are watching Coffee Tea or Laborish. And I wanted to share with you.
these brand new glasses that I got from Firmo. Firmo, you define the look. These are divine. Try them on. Very demure, very cutesy. How do I look? I would definitely say that these glasses are stylish and affordable, and they really enhance my face. They do have the anti-reflective coating to better protect your eyes. Where they do that at? Model is S as in Sam 29207. Frame color is black, rose gold, and the lens tints are gray. Shipping can take from 7 to 14 days. I will have the link in my About section. Always, it's Copetier Lavish, and it is Firmu Optical. Love my Firmu.
Understand. Um, the ladies separate, and Stanbury and Taline go out to do a massage. Brooks also goes into the room with them. Lisa, Sarah, and Saba, and Lisa's mother-in-law Pam are talking, and Anne is there also, and they're talking about what happened with Sarah, and they're talking about what happened with Sarah and um the kidnapping story, and her son, and maybe not sharing all of those things with him, and Lisa saying that they're more protective with their children, and they wouldn't necessarily let them know that these things are going on. And Sarah saying the police were there, and her and her son do therapy together, and she's not really hiding anything from him. Like, I get it from both sides. Lisa is saying that her and her family protect the kids. They're more like overprotective, and so that the things that occur do not traumatize them for the rest of their life, and she's hoping that this doesn't traumatize Maxum. And Sarah feels like she knows how she's handling it because she's dealing with it through therapy and so on, so he should be fine. So Lisa and Anne have a quiet moment together. They're discussing Stanbury, the recent events within their relationship and what they're feeling. And they're saying, like, Lisa's saying, you see you pulling away from me and you're getting closer to her. And, like, I'm jealous and I hope that's not what's happening. Um, she's like, I feel like it's kind of hard because, you and I never fight, and this is because of Stanbury. And Ayan is saying, yeah, I care about you a lot, and so, it doesn't really change our relationship, and so on and so on. They had they had a very restorative moment, which was really good to see because that they're really friends. Like, this is not a fake relationship. So in my eyes, I feel like a lot of damage has been done in the relationship with the things that happen in the middle, and so it was a little bit weird to me. So I'm glad to see that the ladies are having this conversation, and I'm hoping, like, even now, I'm hoping that there's some way that Lisa and Ayan can get it together. I didn't wet my hair tonight. I'm coming off the road. It's like late. Whew. I was outside, and it's the holiday weekend. I try to have a little moment, and went outside earlier. The hair needs restoration, but like right now, I'm not in the mood, so I'm just chilling. Like, I'm doing this video. Um, Back to my signature yellow. I couldn't find nothing to put on because, as Papa said, I'm getting plump. So this week is going to be soup or something, soup and salads for the next month or so. I don't want to lose weight and go all the way to how slim I was before because I feel like I'm more healthier at this size, but not this size. But I need to really like do something about my size. But I feel healthy, like healthier than before when I was super, super slim. And I let myself get to this place, and I know I don't like it. I like to be slim, but I don't think I was looking healthy at that size. So I got to do something about myself. I'll figure it out. Right. So, um, off in this other room, Brooks and Stanbury and Talene are talking about, well, it's really Brooks and Stanbury. So they're saying that they know the place. They come there all the time. Um, Brooks does her healing there. Stanbury says she comes there often. Somebody wants to know how much did Lisa pay to use the place and what did she pay. And Brooks is like, I don't understand why she would use this space when I give her my space for free. Really? Somehow I don't believe that was why Lisa didn't use the space, which way, I would ask the same question. The same way how Taline came and said, can you incorporate my yoga into your launch? And Lisa was like, okay, and did that right away. Why wouldn't Lisa use Brooks' space if Lisa thought that that was something that Brooks would be open to, or that Brooks would give her an economical price, or even do for free? Like, there has to be something in the behind the scenes. So anyway, I went down to the Twitter streets, girl, and they were saying that Lisa, I seen her having a conversation with somebody, and she was saying that some Tali Brooks had an event like maybe 2 weeks before Lisa's event, and she didn't invite Lisa and Brooks, Lisa and Ayan, because she said that she was only inviting her real friends or something like that. So if that was the case, I wouldn't use her space either. And yes, I'm gonna go all out because guess what? I'm spending my good money, and my good money got to show up because that's how we do it when we do good things. I don't understand, Brooks. Hold on. So Brooks want to know why Lisa decaled the spa's floor and windows and so on, and says that Lisa is trying to make it look like she owns the spa when everybody knows Lisa doesn't own a spa, and neither was Lisa advertising a spa. So she wasn't advertising a spa business. She's advertising Mina Rowe. That's the reason we're seeing Mina Rowe. So that's kind of weird to me because the people who are at the event are the same ladies Lisa is with all the time. So who was she trying to make it look like it's a spa too? And um Sarah and like Sarah, Saba, Taline, Brooks, Stanbury, Ayan, who's gonna think that Lisa owns a spa? Who is she giving the idea to us, the viewers? We know she doesn't have a spa because we see her going to the event space. I don't see where this is like it's even a factor. It's just weird. It's giving hating. It's giving hating and it's giving jealousy, and it literally is. And I'm just gonna call a spade because we must tell the truth and shame the devil at all times, right? That's a she. This not make no sense. So, me not understand where books are go on and on about. So, look at my cup, Tajira. Tajira, decorate this a cup for me at school. Take us to the sky. She just does all types of stuff. Anyway, so she's mad because I never used her cup. Well, I'm using it today. I'm drinking water. I need it. So Sarah and Saba having this side conversation by themselves. So eventually, to make the long story short, Stanberry told Brooks to go talk to Lisa about it. Like, ask her why she did that. Ask her why she didn't use the glass house. Like, take it to her. So that's it. And the Sarah and Saba having a side conversation there by themselves. Definitely something that I've been looking forward to see in Sarah and Saba's friendship, how they interact with each other. It's really good to see because, they have a little friendship dynamic that is um, important to see outside of the ladies. I think it's a good dynamic. I know that they're no longer speaking, but as the show airs, like, I like what I see. The Twitter streets are all in a row because everybody's beefing. I don't even understand what's like at first I thought it was gonna be like a split line down the middle. Now I see, I don't know, it's like Brooks with Taline. No, I don't know. Brooks with I don't know. Brooks and Lisa and Saba seem to be friends, and Stanberry, Ayan, Sarah seem to be friends. Did I miss anybody? I think that's it. So yeah, so Brooks, Lisa, Saba. Then you have Ayan, Stanberry, Sarah, right? And Taline. Taline seems to be on their side as far as I can see. I don't know what's going on, but I'll figure it out. They're talking, so Sarah and Saba are talking about Akeem and what's going on with Akeem and him being, like not the man for Sarah, apparently. Um, they're discussing the whole thing, his lack of understanding, the fact that he's nowhere around, he doesn't understand, and doesn't have much to offer in the way of the relationship and all these other things. So it's kind of like Sarah would like to be able to really think that this relationship could work out, but The relationship doesn't seem to be going anywhere because he's like thousands of miles away and can't you cannot run a relationship like that. And then he seems to be like controlling, and there's really no way. So Starbucks really being a good friend, encouraging her to make the decision to see him in the right way and to not be in denial because it's time to let him go. He's not bringing anything to the table. He's not like, even if you're in a long distance relationship, like you want it to be like comforting, you want it to be like um happy and joyful all the time. Every time I hear of you, they should be having like intimate phone conversations, like happiness and so on and so forth. I don't know what Sarah wants from the man. I don't know what the man wants from Sarah. So I don't understand what's really going on. We don't see any kind of communication between the two that will really tell us that they're in a relationship or that a relationship is actually occurring. So of course, hey Lavishare, it's good night. You know how I'm always talking in my videos and saying how I really have these puffy eyes and the bags under my eyes, and I'm thinking about all types of ways to remove these different flaws. Well, someone recommended this product to me, which is the Dongyu 5% caffeine eye roller serum. I just received it. I already unboxed it and everything. We put that out. What I really want to do is tell you what the Dongyu roller has been doing for me and showing you how I use and apply the serum. All right. So if it's the first time using it, you're going to go ahead and you're going to press the applicator maybe 5 times, and then you start applying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually apply before or after makeup, and I pat it in once I'm done applying so that I can get the maximum effect. Make sure that when you're applying the roller that you take care not to get the product inside the eyes, keep it outside the eye. Then you make an N on the side as well. 5 times. This product has 5% caffeine. It has niacinamide. It has retinol. So make sure that you are using a sunscreen product if you're using this in the morning. You can use it under your makeup. You can use it over your makeup because it dries and goes on easily. There's no residual effect. So there's nothing that is going to show even if it's over your makeup. Say you forget, like sometimes in the morning when I'm going out, I might forget to apply it. I just go ahead and apply it over the makeup or apply it under. It really doesn't matter because it absorbs so well once I start patting my skin. You never really want to rub it in because that is not good for the under eye area. You just want to go ahead and gently pat while doing it carefully so you don't get it in the eye. Sometimes I pat on top, sometimes I really don't because it's going to absorb on top anyway. Okay? Look at that. Look at that. Mm. Mm. And now it's all in. Just a few facts. The Dongyu Eye Roller Serum, a roller eye, is a powerful depuffing treatment for the under eye area. Okay. It uses the 5% caffeine to reduce puffiness and dark circles by tightening your blood vessels. I can feel it tightening my skin right now. Every time I use it, it just feels so good. It's nice and cool. It goes on cool onto my skin. The 360-degree cooling eye roller soothes the skin. It enhances absorption and helps to diminish the puffiness. It also hydrates and smooths fine lines, making your eyes look brighter and more refreshed. I am going to give you my promo code that you can use to get a discount. You get a 5% discount when you use my promo code. I received this product from So now Brooks has invited the families to go for golf. So the ladies meet up because Brooks has invited the ladies to go for golf. Not Brooks. Talene has invited the ladies to go for golf, right? So the ladies meet up with the husbands and Sarah and Saba to go golfing, right? So the dynamic that is at play is being able to see all the husband in this golfing situation. Ayan is wearing a couture dress for golf. Brooks is like, where are you going in this dress? The ladies wear are looking on point. They all look good. Sarah, as usual, is wearing something else. So she's wearing streetwear, and she has a right to do so because if Ayan is going to wear her couture, Sarah could wear her streetwear. Okay. Um, Saba telling people that she could play golf and she plays so well and don't know what she's doing on the golf course is a complete mess. Okay, we get to the point where Talene and Lisa get to talking, and Lisa says she heard that Brooks was upset about something, and Talene, without getting too deeply in it, is like, well, maybe you could have spoken to her before you had the event, because she maybe feels some types of way that you didn't have the event at the glass house, right? And Lisa said that the masseuse told her that Brooks refused to get services because she said she had her own spa. And Lisa doesn't understand why Brooks is so mad about the event. So the ladies go on, they play the golf, they have a good time. It's really cute. And then they go off to have lunch and leave the men to continue playing golf. So, at the events at lunch, Saba turns to Lisa and she says, well, how was the event after we left and everything? How was the rest of the event? So Lisa thanked them for coming, and then she addresses Brooks, and she's like, Brooks, apparently you had an issue with something. I don't even know what is your issue or whatever. Talene starts putting in her 2 cents, trying to explain where Brooke was coming from. When Lisa asked Talene what happened, Talene didn't have nothing to say, but at the dinner table she's trying to explain how Brooks feels, right? I thought it was kind of weird because you knew the event was going to be held at another spa when you offered to collaborate with Lisa. So why didn't you say that at the time? That you thought it would have been good to include Brooks as well in the event instead of waiting to after you had showcased your little tutorial and in front of the ladies, and then you thought it would have been, you know, a problem for Brooks. Like, I don't understand this situation. What is Brooks really upset about, right? Why are they talking about Lisa's brand? Who's going to do their event and not brand the event? Like, why wouldn't she take her time to make sure that her event is reflecting who she is? I feel like they didn't expect Lisa to come through with her branding like she did. Okay. I think that now at the table, a lot of things are going on. So Lisa is having this back and forth with Talene. Talene wants to go back and forth with Lisa to explain how Brooks felt and how Brooks feels and what Brooks' emotions are, when in all actuality, she didn't know a couple minutes ago. While Lisa is having a conversation with Talene, and explain to Talene, like, okay, when you have your business and you're launching your business and not launching on somebody else's business, then you could talk. Sarah is rolling her eyes. It's all passive aggressive. Saba is sitting there looking like she don't understand what's going on. Stanberry is mum to the world. Like, everybody's acting like Lisa's acting like wrong to try to question why people have a problem with her branding her event. Um, Stanberry said it's not going to be beneficial for her on either side to say anything, so she's going to be silent, right? Which is right. She's going to keep her mouth shut because it has nothing to do with her, and she needs to let it just play out. I think Stanberry has been pretty good about letting things play out and not involving herself. In the thick of the argument, she doesn't want to go back and forth with anybody. Now, Talene. I so let's go here right quick. I'm literally taking umbrage at the statement that Sarah now goes and says in her confessional, because when we were at the Bali, the psychic said to Lisa, control your emotional. And I already told y'all, Lisa is on a monotone. She is like a one tone person. For her to get upset because I thought people would be like happy for me, I don't understand why people are having some problem with what's going on with me. So I totally understand why Lisa is getting upset, because it's giving like hate, right? Instead of these people that I'm around being like, okay, Lisa, go, push your thing. You're doing great. This thing was great. Everybody had on their mineral yoga top and bottom and mats, and everything was well done, and it was just really good, right? Why does somebody have a problem? Why do you have a problem that it was done at a spa? Where did you want me to do my event? In our backyard? Like, Brooks, like, for real, let's talk up now. Like, choo like, come tell the truth. Like, where you want. You thought that Mina Row event was gonna be held in a warehouse? Like, what are you looking for? It is an event where you're going to be doing belly mask, and facials, and whatever else type of products that Lisa is. It was a belly oil and a belly mask, because it's for pregnant people, right? So, you rub on your belly mask and your belly oil, and you get your massage, and you get your little spa um, um, activities going, and so on and stuff. Even if it wasn't at a spa, like those type of things, like she's adding skincare to her line. It's the event is fitting, beyond fitting. The event is great. The whole thing was, I give it tens across the board. I don't have a problem with it, so I don't understand why everybody making it a big deal, rolling their eyes and doing all this stuff for what? Like, why you hating? Like, it's all seem like it's all jealousy. Okay. um so now Sarah saying that, this is Sarah. She says, oh, the ladies, you need to stop, talking to Lisa and Talene. So in a confessional, she says, I think that when somebody cannot control the environment, when somebody cannot control themselves, they try to control the environment. And when the environment is uncontrollable, they get aggressive. Who's trying to control the environment? Who's trying to control anything at all? These people are coming at me about my event that I just put on that was great. Instead of congratulating me and telling me how well I did and how proud they are of me, and like boosting me, they're trying to pull me down and drag me down. Like I did the wrong thing in branding my business to the way that I want to brand my business. So how does that make sense? It really doesn't. How is she being aggressive when Talene is somebody that was a part of the event, didn't even mention that her friend, Brooks is your friend, and I'm having my event at a spa, and it didn't think to say to me like, oh well, did you try Brooks to see if you could have the event? Like, why are you having it over there? No question asked, none of those things. But now you want to come tell me how Brooks feels and how Brooke could feel and all this other stuff, and Brooks ain't saying nothing. So if Brooks ain't kicking, why are you jumping? Why are you screaming and moving? I would be upset too. Be quiet. Like, give me a minute. Let me talk to Brooks. Let me and Brooks work this out, because I don't understand what Brooks' problem is anyway, and I don't need a speaker for her. Brooks sit there now, silently acting like she don't know what's going on. The same way how Stanberry was aggravated with the fact that Sarah was explaining how Brooks feels and how Brooks felt and all this other stuff. It's like when people talking about you, and like they're not saying nothing to you, but then they come in another party going to tell you how this party feels. Like, what, all this around the corner and in circular business is not happening right now. So I get how Lisa feels. I don't feel like anybody should tell her that she's being aggressive, because there's nothing aggressive. Well, Lisa was putting her finger and pointing and letting Talene know that she not accepting this. Talene is also pointing her finger and letting Lisa know. So both of them were like doing the thing, but Lisa looked like she never know that she was doing the thing. I don't know, because I guess in her space she's defending herself, and it felt like she was being attacked, and that's how it felt. And I would be aggressive if I felt like I was being attacked as well. I don't feel like she was trying to control any situation, because what situation is there to control? She don't know why these people have these problems with her. Other than the fact that yes, they're hating and it's bad mind and jealousy coming.
Hey guys, it's Mona the Fatigable Heights with Coffee to Your Lavish. And let me go ahead and tell you about the new gift that I just received from Easy Cozy on Amazon. Hashtag found it on Amazon, hashtag Easy Cozy, hashtag projection stone. This is a necklace that I have received from Easy Cozy, and they are available on Amazon. So what they do is that you're able to get the protection stone, and you can also have a photo on the projection stone that you can put into the necklace. It's a really beautiful, and you know my daughter passed away, and I'm always trying to have like um things that can enhance her memory for me and to just keep her like with me at all times. So I received this beautiful necklace from Amazon from Easy Cozy, and her picture is actually in it. So you can see that she is reflected in the projection stone. I'm in love with these at this moment. Let me go ahead and try it on and show you how it looks. The process was really easy. The necklace came in no time. I went to Amazon. I don't know if I could put this on my own because of my nails. Let me see if I can do it. So I actually went to Amazon. I put in the picture that I wanted, and I wanted to have something that has her memory that I can like, touch it, think about it. When I think about her, I know she's always with me. It's a beautiful photo of her, and they have placed the photo in the projection stone. It is so beautiful. You can't really see the photo, but I can see it when I look, right? I can see her in there. It's really beautiful, and I'm really excited about it. So I wanted to share it with you guys because I don't know if, for parents to have a picture of the kids or the family or anything like that, it's a really good look. I can't really put the necklace on myself. I'm gonna have Tajera help me with it. Just so that I can show it with you. It has a couple of stones on the side. It's really beautiful, and then the actual diamonds on the side, and then the projection stone is in the middle, and it's heart shaped, so you know it's definitely for something, for memories of somebody you love. Couples, this will be really nice for. This will also be nice for parents. It will be nice for if you lost someone and you want to have something to remember them and things like that. So it's something that I definitely recommend for you. If you too would like a projection stone, run over to Easy Cozy on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com, find your easy or log into the app, find your Easy Cozy brand, and then also go ahead and pick your picture. It's a very easy process. You put your picture in, you make your order, and you receive it. It's something I wanted to do in memory of her so that I can definitely have this just to make me feel good. And it makes me feel safe, and it makes me.
So I really enjoyed the game that they played at dinner. The men make it light, and it's the first time that we've seen all the men together. Their dynamics are really good. Everyone is like really, well groomed. They're laughing. They're happy. The ladies are happy and laughing. It's pretty good and great experience. I think for this, we usually only see Sergio, and we need to see more next season of the all of the husbands and like dinner scenes and things like that. Different activities. The men could go on a trip. Like I would love to see that. I would love to see Rich more next year and Chris more next year. Is that Aeon's husband? I think so. Um, so we can have these light moments between the ladies. It's a good look. So they play the game, and all the men are really like seem like great guys. The ladies' fashion for dinner is like really formal. Everyone is just really well dressed. Everyone looks beautiful. Stanberry looks beautiful in a light blue turquoise sequined dress, and Sergio looks good as well. They come down. I get a great close up of their outfit. I'm in love with their outfits, and I'm loving it. Hold on. So I get a really good close up of their outfits. Um, Sergio and Stanberry. Um, Sarah and Saba come in together. I love Sarah's has on a nice dress, but I love Saba's two piece because you know I love a great two piece, so I'm in love with that. I'm not really seeing it too well, but it's like it looks like high fashion, and it's something that is really appealing. Ayan is wearing a white Pakistani designer dress. The dress is really nice. It's not my favorite. She has on great jewelry and accessories. Those are beautiful. She has a beautiful headpiece that is covering her nose. She looks like it's like she has on a like traditional like Pakistani garb down to the accessories, right? Lisa's wearing a peach sequin dress. I'm not really seeing it too well, but I do love it because I love the top part that I am seeing. My favorite for the night is Taline because I'm loving that white and I'm loving the sleeves of the dress. That the way how the dress is made, it's really beautiful. That's my favorite of the night. And then I would also say that I love Saba's dress. I do also like Brooke's dress. She has on a black, like a black silver with black undertone sequins dress, I believe. I don't know because I can't see it. All I see is like that there's like it's like a cape, and it looks like it maybe has a train. I don't know. It looks long. So it looks nice. If I could see like the fashion, then it would be really good because then I could really tell you what I really like, but I can't. So I can only tell you what I see that I like. I like Taline's dress and I like Saba's two piece. I like Lisa's dress as well. Those three are it for me. I do like Stanberry's dress as well. It's really cute, short, mini. Um, yeah, fashion. Um, Stanberry is wearing a nice two piece, shorts, terry cloth short outfit for golf. All of the ladies were wearing mostly like golf outfits, so they were cute in that. So this was their formal wear for the night. Um, Brooks is not usually very high fashion, but I do think that she went all out that night with a nice bun. Her accessories are beautiful. Everybody's accessories were beautiful, matching, looking great. Um, it looks opulent, so that's a good look. So they're eating dinner, and Anne brings up um, because she's sitting beside Brooks. She's asking Brooks like, "What was that all about?" And Brooks was like, "Oh, you know, this is what happened." And she's like, "Well, you know, Lisa understood. So what is it that you don't understand?" And Ayan was like, "You know, it just was like you guys were coming across as jealous. Like it just seemed like you guys were having a jealous moment, and you know, you're all attacking her and everything, and that wasn't fair and that wasn't right." So, um, she thinks that Brooks is jealous of Lisa because Lisa had a really great event and Lisa's event was well branded, like her money up, money well spent. I'm like super proud of her. It was a great look, and you could see that her event planner did the job, met the expectations, went above and beyond, and did what needed to be done. It gave what was supposed to give. Um, Now, this was an event that would have people talking, and because of that, people are talking. It has to be well branded for them to be able to stick to um, the expectation and know that it did what it was supposed to do. Um, the event, I would give it 10 out of 10 because it was very much branded as it should have been. Um, if somebody's upset, that's their business. But I know that Lisa did the thing, and if I was Lisa, I'd be proud of myself because I know I did what I was supposed to do. So Ayana's having this conversation with Brooks back and forth. So they pull Lisa into the conversation, and you know Brooks is like, "Oh, Lisa, you know I always support you, and you know this and that and this and that or whatever." So Lisa's like, "Okay, it was a lot." Um, Taline comes in, and well, Brooks. Well, first of all, Lisa said it was a lot. She was like, to be honest, you don't even use your people in your salon. You get African people to come in and do your hair. So why are you acting like it's about be like using your salon or whatever it is that you're talking about? It's not making sense. So my love, Brooks never liked that, so she had tried dry in Taline. So she's like, Taline is like, I don't want to be a part of it. She's like, I'd rather stay out of it. I was roasted earlier. I'm minding my business, whatever I was called to be. So Lisa was like, you were acting like one, and that's why you were called one, and you were doing the hands, and you were doing all of this, and this is whatever. So they started going back and forth again. Everybody's rolling their eyes. They looking like they don't understand. Like all of a sudden, like everybody had a problem. Sarah was just texting Lisa about Talene the other day. So why do they have so like I don't understand. Like everybody just flipping and flopping and flopping and flipping all over the place. Like is it or is it not? Like what is the problem? Like now they want to make Lisa the problem. How you gonna make Lisa the problem because she had a business event that went extremely well that everybody took advantage of? Are you serious? This is not happening right now. So Rich is like, okay, just to leave it, just to leave it. Lisa's like, okay, it's done, and they're going back and forth to the end of it, and then like, Ayan, I think that the first event that Lisa had, because it wasn't widely publicized or whatever, they didn't show it on the show as they should have. I don't know what happened, but this event here was everything, and it wasn't even like a fashion show. It wasn't like something big. It was just her branding. Like, okay, Mina Roll, and it's Mina Roll's event. I don't understand why people are mad. Like all she had was people, her water bottles, her two-piece yoga sets, her mats, and her this and that and whatever. And the place said Mina Row because it was a Mina Row event. They expected to come see one sign that said Mina Row is being held here today, and that's it. It's not my fault that Heart and Soul or Rock and Roll or whoever the people is decided that they was gonna give Lisa the whole space to turn it into a Mina Row damn launch pad because she paid her money or whatever, and whatever publicity that Heart and Soul is, Rock and Roll and whatever the name of the place is gonna get from Mina Roll. They decided to give Mina Roll like 100%. Brooks, you should have done that. You should have been like, oh, okay, Lisa, you're having your Mina Roll launch. Why don't you have it at the spa and the people could do this, that? Just like how Talene introduced herself. No, you didn't. Now you mad and you upset. You don't want to use services because you have a spa. Didn't nobody ask you that, and don't nobody care. Like what? Like make it make sense. Anyway, so towards the end now, we end with Ayan making her confessional saying that Lisa was doing the most, like, oh, we have our husbands here, and Lisa was doing too much, and she wanted to tell her, like, calm down, but she didn't because she doesn't embarrass her friends. That was petty to me, and not only was it petty, it was like, what are you doing? Like, you're the one who started it. Like, you are the one who started the conversation at dinner. Lisa did not turn to anybody and say anything. You were over there arguing with Brooks about it on Lisa's behalf. So how is it that you are now saying that Lisa is wrong for defending herself when you are the one that started the conversation with the husbands right there, with your husband right there, telling somebody else that they're jealous? Like, why is everybody turning on Lisa? Like, what did Lisa do? This is what I want to know. Like, behind the scenes, I want to know. Girl, I went down to the Twitter streets. Everybody was upset, clearly upset with Sarah. They were upset with Brooks. They were upset. Girl, everybody's going off on each other. Girl, Talene is going off on Brooks. Brooks trying to pull Talene and Stanberry into it, saying that they were the ones who were calling her and texting her and telling her what the event was like and what was going on at the event, and that she should be upset, like they was gaslighting her. She not taking responsibility or accountability for her own jealous feelings about what happened with Lisa's event and why she feels like that and why she's upset. So yeah, just to wind down and finish the recap. That was all on Ayan. So Ayan is the one who started all of this at the dinner table, but then they were like, well, Lisa said in her they're trying to make it seem like Lisa is like she's like into herself and everything. Lisa said they all just jealous of her. I don't think all of them are jealous of her, but I think that there was a little bit of the green eyed monster coming out of Brooks when the event showed up as it did, because when she seen how well the event was branded, I think that she realized like she kind of dropped the ball when it came to Lisa, where that could have been at her event, at her space, and it would have been a plug for her too. And at the same time, I don't think that she would have allowed Lisa to come into her space and brand as she did, the way that Heart and Soul allowed Lisa to do it. So that's another thing. And Lisa knows her vision, so she knew what was the best place and space for her to be able to do it. So I'm gonna say she did what she had to do. Um, I think that drop down in the comments, tell me what you think. It's a lot going on. Brooks done turned on Talene and Stanbury. They're going back and forth on Twitter right now about why, you know, each other's are putting out, like each other's DMs and the group chat, and how Brooks tried to make it seem like Talene and Stanbury was bringing the argument to her when she's the one. They said that she was like going ballistic when she realized what Lisa was doing and where Lisa was doing it at. So it seemed like she's the one with the problem, really and truly. I done told y'all about Brooks now. I done told you about Brooks. I told you Brooks is a fake friend. I said Papa would have said that's a fake friend from a long time. Try to give her the benefit of the doubt. Try to spend the whole season not saying too much about Brooks, because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You don't want to feel like you don't know this person, so you don't want to get and be like, well, this person is this, that, and the third. But I mean, it's not looking good. Realistically, I don't know what is the situation with Lisa. I don't know why Lisa is tiptoeing around Brooks, because Brooks is the one that she really should be upset with. And like Stanbury said, everything that Lisa wanted to say to Brooks, she said to Talene. And it's not really fair, but Talene called it on herself because she should have mind her business. And so next time she will know to mind her business. Let these ladies need to sit back and let Brooks fight her own battles instead of coming in and fighting for Brooks and speaking for Brooks and being Brooks' mouthpiece and her earpiece and her ear gate and her eye gate and all these other things. They need to let Brooks do those things for herself, because Brooks comes off like, oh, Lisa, it's over. We had the discussion and it's da da da. You're the one with the problem. You're the one with the problem. You are the one with the problem. Lisa never had a problem. Lisa's just clearing the air of the problem, because what is the problem? What is your problem? What are you upset about? You was never going to give me your space to put my branding on it. You're mad about how I branded somebody else's space. So you would have never done that for me. So why would I have spent my money with you in the first place? It really doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. And then when Lisa broke it down on the Twitter street, saying that Brooks had her event and didn't even invite her and Ayan, so they're not real friends. So obviously you're trying to tell me something. So now you're big mad because you tried to shut me out, and I came turned around and showed you how it's done, and now you're mad. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not Lisa's fault that she is a goddess. It's not her fault that she is bad and bougie. It's not her fault that she got her business well set. It's not her fault that she have a business plan. It's not her fault that she had a creative idea and that it came through and it was 100%. It's not her fault that Mina Rowe is Mina Rowe. It's not her fault that she branded from A to Z and it is very demure, very mindful, and very cutesy. It's not her fault that she lives in your head. With that said, drop down in the comments and tell me how you feel. What do you think? Do you think that Brooks and Lisa are gonna stay friends after this, like in real life? Because remember, this already was filmed. What do you think is gonna happen at the reunion? Do you think that Lisa should have went harder on Brooks and let Brooks have it instead of letting Talene have it? Why is Lisa sparing Brooks? Why isn't Lisa letting Brooks get the full brunt of her anger for being a jealous, bad mind eater over our business? Why she never said, Brooks are the dirty girl. Brooks are the one with bad mind. Brooks are the one where I look at name off for her. Brooks are the one where I play the game. Where one bear the name and not play the game. Why she never said Brooks are the one with the problem? Brooks are the one where the set on. Brooks are the one where always a starting. She a fire starter. Why she never said Brooks bad mind and Brooks at eat pan the lower? Why she never said them something there? Why she go after Talene? Why Talene open up her mouth and attack for Brooks when Brooks just did that cuss her the other day? Why Sarah want to get herself involved in it when she and Lisa did just exchange text and email about Talene and Brooks and the whole situation? So why all of a sudden Sarah now feel like say she a go a roll her eye and a look like Lisa do something wrong when Lisa not do nothing wrong, because Lisa only a defend herself? Why everybody want to concern pan Lisa now? Tell me what you think. Why Ayan want to turn pan Lisa, not about Lisa do the Why Ayan wants her and Lisa and I tell about Lisa do the most when Lisa's supposed to do the most because a girl call up her name and a girl come go and like say she not for run her business the way she want to run her business like a she and a girl write her business plan. Come talk to me and tell me how it really go. Why some of she look like so she want get another middle like it so because she want know how this went and how that went. Why where she stand? Where the all of them stand? Why everybody want come turn pan Lisa? Lisa Jamaica no apart far enough no monkey now ride her back. Right there so we yeah you no mm-mm. Yes my love come down in the comment section and tell me how it really go. Yeah. Tell me how it really go. Um Let me get back to me. It's been cafeteria language with Mona in the Fatiga Bill Heights. You know, so I want to come for the Jamaican or the wrong thing gonna do and I back up the wrong tree. No back up this a tree, I'm a love run, go back up a next tree, find one next tree, find one next weak fence for up and pan. Lisa is no weak fence. Right there's a she. Yeah, you wait for talk. I don't even say a word, but just wait for come talk. Yeah, so come in and a long talking over there. So come in and want to explain myself how I feel like this, I feel like that. I don't talk already, I'm not take it back. So tell some girl for get flat, or who them and where them feel like. Yeah, you want to calm down. Anyway, so it's been Cafeteria Lab with Ramona in the Fatigable Heights. If you like what you see and you like what you hear, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so when I go live or upload a video, you will be notified. Thank you for watching. We have come to season Real Housewives of Dubai season 2, episode 12. The next review will be our finale, and then we'll be looking for the reunion. I'm waiting desperately for the reunion because I want to know exactly what happened. I can't wait. I will let you guys know exactly what's going on in the Twitter streets. I will let you know exactly what's going on the Real Housewives of Dubai episodes on our next video. You should be receiving that next weekend after this week's episode. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. Bye bye.